worksheets are going over even and odd numbers. An even number shows pairs with no cubes left over, and an odd number shows pairs with one cube left over. So if we look at the first example, you will notice that they have 5 cubes in here, and all they did was circle the sets, and there's one left over, which is why it's odd. And there's none left over, and therefore it is an even number. When we go on to look at the next example 12, you will notice that they circled all the sets. It's none left over, so it's an even number. And they did the same thing right here, but it's one left over right here, and that's what makes it odd. Let's go ahead and do number 1. It says to use cubes and count out the number of cubes and make pairs, then write even of odd. We don't have cubes, so we're just going to substitute that with dots. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And if I circle the pairs, I will have none left over, so that means that it's even. Number 2, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So as you can see, I have pairs for everything except for there's one left out, so it's odd. Something that I want to bring to your attention is the digit in the ones place. So I'm going to highlight every digit in the ones place. So basically what I'm trying to tell you is that a shortcut to where you could tell if a number is even is you look at the digit in the ones place, and if it ends in 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8, it is an even number. And if it's an odd number in a digit in the ones place, it will end in 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. Okay, because these are relatively small numbers, but even I got kind of, it was a little much for me to sit there and make 22 dots and 29 dots and 26 dots or even the 23 dots. Like I even messed up down here because I was just like, oh my goodness, it was so many dots. So as the numbers get larger, it helps to know that you can look at the digit in the ones place and automatically know whether the number is even or odd. Number 11. We have to shade in the 10 frames to show the number. Circle even or odd. It says choose an even number between 25 and 34. As long as you choose either 26, 28, 30, or 32, your answer would be correct, and just justify it. Number 15, make a list of 2-digit numbers that have a 3 in the ones place. Circle the numbers that are odd numbers. Basically, you can come up with any number that you want. If a 3 is in the ones place, they're all odd. Before beginning number 16 through 19, I'm going to go ahead and write my helpful hints on the top. If a number is even, it's 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8. And if a number is odd, it's 1, 3, 5, 7, or 9. So I'm looking for those. Number 16, Dixon has an even number of socks. Which of these could be the number of socks that he has? Underline the question. Which of these could be the number of socks that he has? He has, the key word here is an even number. The answer, so I'm going to highlight all the digits in the ones place because that's going to help me out. Well, it can't be 11 because it ends in 1. And if it ends in 1, that's an odd number. It can't be 19 because it ends in 9. And that's an odd number. It is 10 because it ends in 0. And that is an even number. And to check my work, I'm just going to create 10 dots. And as you can see, I have none left over. Number 17, Bill has an even number of gloves. So Bill has an even number and Pam has an odd number. Which could be their gloves and mittens combined? Well, it doesn't say combined. Which could be their gloves and mittens? Well, I know that Bill has an even number of gloves. So the gloves are going to be even. And then Pam has an odd number of mittens. So the mittens are going to be odd. So I'm going to start off by first highlighting all the digits in the ones place. And I'm going to start off with gloves because that's the even number and I know how to count by twos. So that's going to be easiest. So I see that there's 12 gloves right here, which that ends in a 2. So that's an even number. I'm going to give it a check. Right here I have 14. 14 ends in 4. So it's an even number. Give it a check. Right here I have 13. 3 is odd. So I give that an X. So that's an answer choice that's out. I know that my answer cannot be this. So now look at the number of mittens. And mittens have to be odd. So I have 9. 9 is an odd number. So I give it a check. And then for the next answer choice, I have 12. Well, 2 is an even number. So I give it an X. So that means now this cannot be my answer. So this one has all checks. So that means my answer is the first one. Number 18, use cubes. Count out 17 cubes. Make pairs. Then write even or odd. Draw a picture to show what you did. Okay. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So it says make pairs. Well, we make pairs by circling. Okay. I got 1 left out. So that means it's an odd number. But we should have noticed that because right here it ends in a 7 and that means that it's odd. Draw a picture to show what you did. I did that and so this is an odd number. Let's look at number 19. There are an even number of girls and an odd number of boys in Gina's class. Which of these choices could tell about her class? Well, we have an even number of girls and an odd number of boys. So the girls is even. So let's start off with that. Let's go ahead and highlight all of the numbers in the ones place because that's going to be our best go. Even number for the girls. So girls equal even. And boys equal odd. Alrighty, so right here we have 9. Well, nope. 9 girls is not an even number because in order for a number to be even, it has to end in 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8. 10 girls. Oop, it ends in 0, so maybe I give it a check. We have 11. Nope, 1 is an odd number. We automatically know what the answer is. Amazing. But let's go ahead and check our work. 7 boys. Is 7 an odd number? Yes. So that means for numbers 1 through 3, we have to shade in the 10 frames to show the number. Truthfully, all I do is just look at the digit in the ones place, and I always know whether the number is even or odd. I don't care if it's a number as big as 46,983. If somebody asks you whether that's even or odd, all you have to do is look at the last digit and determine whether it's even or odd. So it's pretty amazing to memorize those numbers. Number 4, make a list of the 2-digit numbers that have a 6 in the ones place. Circle the numbers that are even. Those are all 2-digit numbers that end in a 6. Number 5, choose an even number between 24 and 35 and draw a picture and explain why it's an even number. Basically, if you choose 26, 28, 30, 32, or 34, your answer is going to be correct. There are an even number of boys and an odd number of girls in Lena's class. Which could tell about her class? Well, there's an even number of boys, and then there's an odd number of girls. I'm going to go ahead and highlight all the digits in the ones place. I do know that the number of girls is odd and the number of boys is even. I am also keeping in mind that if a number is even, it ends in 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8. And if a number is odd, it ends in 1, 3, 5, 7, or 9. So they have boys first, and boys are even. So it can't be 9. This ends in a 0, so it's even. Nope, can't be 11 because it ends in a 1. So right off the bat, I know that the answer is B, but I'm going to go ahead and make sure that the number for the girls is odd, and it is because it ends in a 9. So number 7, Amber has an odd number of shoes. Which of these could be the number of shoes she has? Well, as long as it's odd, it really doesn't matter. So for it to be odd, that's 1, 3, 5, 7, or 9. So when I look at the answer choices, I'm just looking for a digit that ends in 1, 3, 5, 7, or 9. Oh, goodness. So that's the middle one. Number 8, Terry has an even number of dinner plates. Which of these could be the number of plates that he has? Even is 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8. And so if I look at all of these digits, if I look at the ones place, I would notice that the answer is the first one because it ends in an 8. Well, the digit in the ones place is an 8. These are odd numbers. Number 9, together Jan and her brother have an odd number of pencils and an even number of crayons. So we have an odd number of pencils and then an even number of crayons. So pencils is equal to an odd number and crayons is equal to an even number. Which of these, which could be their pencils and crayons? So I'm going to go ahead and highlight all the digits in the ones place. So when I'm dealing with pencils, I'm thinking of odd numbers. And when I'm thinking of odd numbers, I'm thinking of 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. So this ends in a 2. So that means it's even. It's supposed to be odd. This ends in a 4. That means it's even. It's supposed to be odd. This is 13. This is an odd number because it ends in a 3. And 8 is an even number because it ends in an 8.